Hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. My name's Eleanor Treharne-Jones and I'm the CEO at Kensu. And I'm delighted here to have the opportunity today to be speaking with Steve Muskopf, who is the Director of Data and Advanced Analytics at IGS Energy. Just to kind of kick us off, it'd be great if you could give us a very quick overview of your role and how that relates to the mission that you have at IGS Energy.
Sure. My role as the Director of Data and Advanced Analytics, so that is the traditional business intelligence and data field, but then also our machine learning team that does the advanced algorithms. IGS Energy is a energy retail. In fact, we're the largest private energy retailer in the United States. So we are not a utility. So people get that often confused when they hear IGS Energy, they think we're a utility. But our focus is on sustainability, green energy, and energy independence. So although we sell gas and electric, we try to make sure it is as green as possible. And then one of our most growing businesses is the solar industry. So we do both community solar, commercial solar, and residential solar. And as the Director of Data and Advanced Analytics, it is my role and opportunity, I guess, to provide information that helps us make better decisions on how we pursue some of these business ventures and target the right areas and how we perform, et cetera.
Fantastic. Thank you. And essentially, you're performing the role of the Chief Data Officer. You're the most senior data leader within your organization. Tell me how you define that role and what you see as the kind of scope and your remit there.
Sure. Yeah. So we don't have the title CDO at our IGS. Our highest level in the data organization is the Director of Data and Advanced Analytics. So I report to the Vice President of IT. I do feel that the responsibilities are somewhat similar, though. So in this role, I'm responsible for providing the knowledge and tools needed to explore, create, and curate data. We offer data visualizations and other insights. And basically, we're supposed to be good stewards of our data assets. So that means we make sure we're secure, relevant, up to date, et cetera. So in my specific case, this involves leading the traditional BI data team, the advanced analytics team. We also have an RPA practice and an EDI team. And both of those are in the data org because of their role in acquiring third-party information. So that's probably a little bit different than some other teams. And the way we're structured, about 3 years ago, our IT department moved more to a matrix structure that's aligned by guilds. So there's an engineering guild that has all the software developers and quality engineers. There's an analysis guild, which has BAs, QAs, delivery managers, and the data org, where everything related to data falls. So these teams are built around products and pull people from the guilds based on those projects, but the reporting structures are actually in the corresponding guild.
Interesting. And I'm sure many people listening to this will be fascinated to hear how the organization is structured. What do you feel works well? What are the real benefits of that matrix structure that you've got in place?
So one of the struggles we were having before we moved to the matrix structure is that your boss or leader may not be knowledgeable in your specific area. So we had developers reporting to managers who also managed QAs and BAs, and maybe they came from the BA path and not the developer route. So it was harder to look to your leader for mentorship and growth. But in the matrix org, everybody, the reporting level up through the stack is somebody who's been in your position or has knowledge of your position and can provide more of that direct feedback and mentorship and leadership.
Excellent.
So that was a big advantage we got from moving to the matrix organization, and also consistency. Because the other thing we were finding is that when you had teams reporting to different leaders across different products, how they implemented solutions may not be the same. And by moving to guilds, where you have like one track of people sharing, similar problems, we were able to do more framework type solutions and things that are more consistent.
Interesting. And you talked about kind of mentorship. I'm always interested when you have a new role like this Chief Data Officer. What was your path to your current? What was your background and what was your kind of personal path to this role?
Yeah, so mine might be slightly different. I actually started on the software engineering side, My undergrad degree was computer science, so I came out of school as a developer. Then later got a graduate degree from the Ohio State University, and my MBA from there. But everything that I did work-wise kind of had a slant towards back-end systems and data collection and compilation. So straight out of school, I worked for a consulting company based out of Washington, D.C. that implemented, large financial and HR and tax systems for state and local governments. And when I was there working on some of these projects, I recognized the need from data from these systems to a lot of the other state agencies. So after a while, I left that company and actually did independent work building out reporting solutions and ancillary systems around that data for different state agencies, and did that for about a decade. But the tool set in that space kept on changing. Started out with, like back then, like we used Power Builder applications, which had this data window control, which was kind of revolutionary at the time, and moved on to Crystal reports and Cognos, et cetera. But still, I was mainly in that software engineering side. But again, I moved over to a startup company doing pharmacy automation. Mm-hmm. And again, it was mainly data driven because we were providing instructions to these robotic units that built custom bags of medications for patients in nursing homes. And a lot of different technology went into those solutions, but really we needed the data from it for inventory management, operational efficiency, compliance reporting, and lots of quality checks, you can imagine, since you're dispensing medication. Mm-hmm. Moving on to IGS, I was in charge of the engineering side. And after a few years, a role opened up on the data side, and I kind of jumped at that because I felt like that was the area that was changing the most and had a lot of more growth potential as far as like new technology that was really groundbreaking.
Steve, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me today and be a part of the CDO Magazine interview series. If you want to go and look for more interviews, then look at cdomagazine.tech. And thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.